There is a truth most people don't want to hear. In this world, kindness is not always rewarded. And very often, the most decent people are the ones who lose the most. This is not a motivational story. This is not a promise. It is simply an observation. Charlie Chaplin lived in a world that did not protect the gentle. He was born into poverty. His childhood was unstable. Hunger was familiar. Loneliness was normal. And yet, he became one of the greatest symbols of laughter the world has ever known. Not because life treated him kindly, but because he understood something deeply human. That people often laugh not because they are happy, but because laughing is sometimes the only way to survive pain. Chaplin did not create heroes who conquered the world. He created characters who were pushed aside by it. Small people, quiet people, people who did not win. And through them, he showed us something uncomfortable about society and about ourselves. Lesson 1. Good people don't win quickly. In Chaplin's world, good people rarely succeed right away. They are ignored. They are mocked. They are pushed out of the frame. And this matters, because many stories today teach us that if you are good, you will be rewarded quickly. Chaplin knew this was not true. He showed that decency often comes with delay, with loss, with silence. But he also showed something else. Even when they lose, his characters do not rush to become cruel. They lose, but they remain human. Lesson 2. Kindness is not a transaction. There is a quiet difference between kindness and exchange. When kindness is performed in order to be rewarded, it is no longer kindness. It becomes a transaction. Chaplin never allowed his characters to be kind for applause. They help, they give, they protect, and often, nothing comes back. No praise, no recognition, just silence. And yet, they continue, not because it benefits them, but because kindness is the last form of dignity they still possess. Lesson 3. Kind people are often exploited. Society does not protect kind people. Systems are not designed to reward decency. They reward efficiency, speed, compliance. Chaplin understood this painfully well. Again and again, his characters are used, overworked, discarded. And still, they choose not to become predators. This is not weakness. It is a refusal. A refusal to let the system decide who they must become. Lesson 4. Dignity is the last thing you own. When money disappears, when status is stripped away, when respect is denied, there is still something left. Dignity. Chaplin's characters may lose everything, but they do not kneel inside. They stand, quietly, without applause. Because dignity does not come from success. It comes from self-respect. And no system can take that, unless you give it away. Lesson 5. Living right is often lonely. Those who choose to live honestly rarely walk in crowds. They move slower. They ask questions others avoid. They refuse shortcuts. Chaplin often lets his characters walk alone, not because they are abandoned, but because integrity isolates. And that loneliness is the quiet cost of remaining whole in a world that prefers convenience. Lesson 6. Kindness promises no reward. Chaplin never promised a happy ending. He never said, "Be good and the world will repay you." Instead, he showed a harder truth. You may give and receive nothing. You may protect others and be forgotten. You may remain gentle and still suffer. But even then, you can choose one thing: not to become cruel. Reflection. Perhaps this is why Chaplin's films have never aged. Because the world they describe still exists. We still reward speed over care. We still mistake kindness for weakness. We still ask people to be good, but only if it benefits the system. And the question remains, not how to win, not how to succeed, but something quieter. In a world that does not protect decency, who will we choose to become? Kindness is not a strategy. It is not a plan. It is not an investment. It is a human choice.